Niner. You can be one too. Mature rated content is likely to occur here on my channel. What does that mean? It means that I might say shit that you may not agree with, and you may perceive it differently as I may perceive things differently from your base opinions and understanding of the notion. And with that, that's a disclaimer. It means that I'm not responsible for differences we all share, and I don't want to be held accountable for people getting fucking Nancy over nothing. Alright, so I gotta put a lot of time back into ESO. But before we get to that, you're probably thinking, give me an example of what you're talking about. And I actually have one that occurred today with a member in another video game, okay? So here it goes. Well, hold on, I probably gotta... I'll give you the perfect example. I don't usually do this. Put people on blast. So I haven't been on my own Discord in a few days. I've been packing, sleeping, working, etc. California open, and things are sort of back to normal. I noticed people were talking. That was cool, so I got involved today. Someone was calling the new banner that's coming out for Netmarble's 7 Deadly Sins. They were calling it bait. I already seen Satan, or Seaton, whatever his fucking name is, the whale spending. I seen him call it the sin of whale spending, whatever his name is, Seaton. He said it was a bait banner too. I already watched his video, and then, you know, somewhere around 6 minutes, I knew everything else, so I just let the rest go. And then I heard Kabuki and like Nagato, everyone says the same shit. It's a bait banner. Listen, there's a preordained choice of words that people use in the community that I think are silly, and one of them is bait. You felt baited with Ass Meliodas, right? Remember that? Soul Meliodas, you felt baited. It was overwhelming, right? What's going to happen when you feel overwhelmed when a bunch of units get stockpiled on one singular banner because they can no longer push them out? Global is trying to make it to where they catch up, something Dokkan Battle still struggles to do today, years later. Now, I hate to say it, but Dokkan Battle, if they did what 7DS was doing, keyword, we would be in a better place. We would probably be caught up to JP. JP already has English now. So there's really the better game to play is Japanese version because they get everything correct. They're like, I think they're like 4 months ahead of us now. It used to be 6. But they can combine the anniversaries, and 7DS knows they could do the same thing. And instead of being a little bitch about it, they actually were trying to get us there. Shamefully, we're going to be placed behind. They're holding back on collabs. You know, you hear others say it on, you know, on the game. They're like, oh wow, you know, Green Gother's already been back twice. I'm not even sure he's been back. You know what I mean? On the other banner, well, you're right. There is no guarantee that he's coming back to JP in the same manner because the main game that I feel that Marvel is looking at is mobile. JP's like they're like beta testers for our edition, but people don't realize that yet, and that's cool. That's fine. You're like, we're not beta testers, we're better. You're not better, dog. We get all the advice ahead of time. We know when and who and what. Most of the time, the banners are better on our end. Okay, we get better sales, better packs, and better shit, and more resources than you guys do. Wow, you guys got a free Green Lily, a useless character. Congratulations. We also got it for free, if I remember. Or no, we didn't get it for free, and that was the controversy. But there's been worse things, like the time there was the similar fucking mishaps in Dokkan. I remember playing that, and there was some mishaps. And we didn't get the same treatment for our return policy for false advertisement, and that was a shame, in my opinion, because it was not the same. But here's an example. So the dude was like, yo, this next banner for, you know, it's gonna have Jericho, Shin, and Roxy plus Fat King. Fat King and Red Fat King and Red Jericho, the ice one. If those were the only two on the banner, what you can call that is not a bait banner, but a poor banner. Red Jericho is not that old and is extremely useful anywhere in the game. She freezes people. There's not very many that can do that overall, and that makes her, in my opinion, worth getting. The fact that she can freeze. So this guy goes on. I'm just going to say this guy. I'm not going to put him on blast. He just keeps going on. He says, will anyone summon tomorrow? I was like, that's a silly question. Technically, there is no poor question, so that was silly of me, if I have to own my own little piece. Someone else says I probably won't. Someone else is like, I don't know, I will do the first 2 multis. It's, you know, if feeling lucky, maybe continue. And that right there is probably the best thing you can do. Feel it out. See what it's offering. Does it hook you up? Did you at least get a coin in 90 gems? You know what I mean? These things tell you where the banner is going. So then, someone else was like, are they giving out tickets? I read something about that. No, tickets not on this. On the one banner, yes, not on this. I believe the one will have tickets. Don't hold me to that. I was reading something on Reddit about that as well. The other person says, I don't think so. It's such a bait banner. And I was like, why? Who said it was bait banner? Laugh aloud. It's Seaton, Nagato. I'll say their fucking name. I don't give a shit. You know, they're famous streamers. I'm a Povern streamer. It's no big deal. I play games better than they do, so fuck them. I don't have to spend $1,000 for fraudulent. Green fraudulent who's useless, $1,000 down the toilet. I maybe spent like $200 to hook fraudulent up it. And that was only trying to summon for someone else on the banner. You see, people got to look past the main units. It's kind of like the King and the Hellbrim and that banner. The real winner was getting Red Lily. If you got Red Lily, you're on track. Okay, we're gonna finish this up and then get grinding Mad ESO today. I have to work really hard at this before the next update or pre-order came out. I have to rebuild the Mighty Clan. Destiny 2 is dying. There's nothing I can do about that. So someone else is like, said they probably won't. I was like, it's a good ass banner. It is a good banner. It has 4 new units on it. Not only if you get lucky and get 1 of each unit, you can boost your account CC for each level 80. But half of those units on the banner, if not 3 of the 4, are extremely good. Or you could argue 1 is super gangster god tier, 1 is like you good Shin. Then you got Blue Jericho, it's just kicking on the backside, and then you got Fat King. It's like, why are you even tripping? That's how I feel about the banner. I'm looking at Roxy is totally worth it. In fact, she's worth it because she's good for the 1. That's one good fact. On one, the banner is good enough. In fact, the fact that they didn't hold on to the units until next Halloween is good because it's silly. We're almost half a year in, you know what I mean, from last Halloween, and we should have got them at the same time plus whatever came first year so we could all get caught up. They didn't do that. That's okay. It was a pandemic. Shit was crazy. So next, I go on to state what I just said. He says, I hear it everywhere. And I was like, Roxy alone, let alone Green Gother came back. If you don't have Green Gother, hell yeah, you should summon try and get a Green Gother. If you can choose Green Gother at the end of that line of that banner summoning, you should choose Green Gother. That's a fact. If you don't have Green Gother, my shit's mats. Green Gothers are coins to me now. It is what it is. I'm talking about 7 Deadly Sins. We'll get on ESO chat here in a minute. I just like to tackle whatever it wants my channel. Do it wrong. You know, I was like, Laugh-A-Lot Bait, you call it, I call it a good-ass banner, finally. And then the dude's like, I think it's a fantastic banner, but it's a great banner, or I think it's a fantastic banner, but it's a great banner just before the 1. Okay. I don't know why that's a problem with anyone else having 2 good banners back-to-back, but I'm not complaining, me personally. So you hear me in that marble, even though I'm playing ESO, I'm talking about you in that marble 7DS. I'm not bitching and complaining because, in my opinion, I would have summoned the fuck. I even quoted, I'm ready for Ass Smelly. I was really proud they brought him out sooner. I would have fucking 6-6'd him, even though there was so much to do. I would have just finished out the Angels, finished out the King banner. If they would have just extended the time all those banners were active and brought Ass Smelly, that would have been acceptable too. But people don't want to think about that shit. No. They're just like, I want, I need, do what I want. Blah, blah, blah. And it can't be that way because they have a vision for their creation, you know, of art. I would imagine. I really like this update, totally off subject. Wow. This is considered a heavyweight. Huh. I only have 2 heavyweights. Cool. I only had 1 before. It's very exciting. However, we're going to go back to K9. Frostbitten Durzag, he's cool. Oh, the Frostborn. Let's take a look at this just for fun. Oh, you're not too bad. You're an ugly fucker. But we're not using you. We'll use you on something else. Hold on. We're all about the dogs up in this bitch. I think it was this one. Oh yeah, yeah. I like to see where I'm going at night. And this is, you know what I mean? If I remember, this is my werewolf build too, so. No, it's not my werewolf, is it? My vampire build. My werewolf build was the last one I did. That's right. I wanted to remake a vampire because the shit is ridiculous. Alright. Now I'm remembering. Alright, let's go back to reading real quick. This game used to be flooded with people. It's a shame. So basically, he's agreeing it's fantastic. I just don't really get why he says it's a bait, you know. I said bait is a word used to trap or ensnare Lafalad. No one is trapped in this banner, nor are you baited. If you see anyone worth your roster, it's a good one to summon on. Let's get real. You don't have 900 gems by the 15th, you are one fucked gamer. And then I went on to say, so you can avoid this save Lafalad, not bait. Or you can see RNG odds, test it, maybe like me. One of each unit would be dope. And my goal is my goal. Yeah, even fat ass King, Shin, and Roxy alone make it good. He goes on, but I go on, I should say, and then he goes on afterwards. Yeah, a great banner before the one exactly. 2 good banners back to back. Lafalad, bait. Seaton, you're lame. Nagato, Lafalad, use better choice of words. Lafalad, I put a meme. Now that's bait. Baiting people to think a banner isn't good is bait in itself. Because you're luring people into a position that they shouldn't summon when really it should be thought about differently. That's my opinion though, and I stated that as well. These are all opinions. I do not call them facts. Lafalad, you are only baited if you feel like you can't summon. Lafalad, that differs each player. Wow. Baited such silly words like we are a fish. Now I used this language which makes me sound like an asshole, but I'm like, dude, we are not being fished. They're not fishing us. In no way, shape, or form do I feel like I have to summon on that banner. I knew when I saw Red Jericho that I was going to try to pull Red Jericho. Now they added Shin and Roxy. I think Red Fat King is free. Fucking sick. Like straight up. In my eyes, that's how I play the game. At least. Also, I forgot. It's been a while, and we're about to take ESO real serious again. Fuck that shit. All right. We can't go to clockwork. We need to go back here to the main squeeze. Let's go to the tree, baby. It's time to go to the tree. What a sweet Grotwood. It's all about the trees up in this bitch. All right, Grotwood, northern. Tell me I don't have a fast travel in Grotwood. What? Tell me. Oh, I don't. I do all my business in Grotwood too. This is why playing with someone is always good. We'll see what this takes just real quick. To try and enter Grotwood by force. So I was just like stating points, you know, and facts. Let them know that it is a good banner before the one. It doesn't mean that it's a baited banner. It just means that we complained about Ass Melly and this is what they gave us instead. Why would you complain that there's 2 extra new units that are good on the banner? It would have been, you have more justification to feel like we're being screwed over if we saw just Jericho and they put off some bullshit. So I went on to tell him, Lafayette, you're only baited if you feel like you can't. Oh, I said that. I said, looking for a worm on a hook, it's a banner. Okay, we are not a fish. We are not looking for a worm on a hook. It's a banner. Either you feel like it's for you or not. Stop debating it. Expect you won't buy on the one and don't call it a good banner. And don't call it a good banner bait when it's great. Because it's a great banner. We haven't seen a banner like this in a long time. If you, Lafayette, plan to buy on the one, you are safe to summon. If you are free to play, yeah, call it what you will. That is still a good, fair banner. I didn't say it's a good, great, because it's good, or standalone great, but it's good but fair banner. I said, I like how I throw out my opinions and everyone disappears. and then I put the definition of bait out there to help people. Just in case you don't know, food used to entice fish or other animals as prey. That's why I use the word fish. I have the definition memorized. I don't need to, you know what I mean? I don't have to, I'm not doing anything that isn't the definition. I'm giving them facts. Like, it sounds like I'm talking shit, but it's really just fucking fact, man. It's just facts. And it just sounds like I'm talking shit. I understand facts can be hard sometimes. The truth hurts. Deliberately annoy or taunt. No one is annoyed or taunted by this banner. I do not feel annoyed that Shin and Roxy are there, nor do I feel them taunting me at all to summon on 7DS Net Marble. Prepare a hook, trap, net, or fishing area. Okay. Like I used the word hook, trap, net, and or fishing and fish, I used all the definition of the word bait before I even went and got the definition bait, which shows that I was truthful in my word. I wasn't talking smack. Now he sees it as I'm a dickhead. I see it as just weren't willing to accept the truth of facts. It's such a silly word is all I said. I also said it was my opinion. Never said it was factual or just look at it. I said a little healthy smarts complained over ass Melly, assault Meliodas, and now you all feel invaded. Watch this become new norm over the community complaints. You all laugh a lot baited yourselves and the rest of us over ass Melly. You all like fuck ass Melly. Now we all have this before the one. Shit is hilarious. I even said they were trying to catch us up before any bits. I've seen this in Dokkan. Now we're going to get slammed with many units on a banner. This is the new norm, I said. It's the same, but now spread out. So dude comes back. He says, man, you snapping over nothing. Not snapping, bro. I'm just laying down heavy, skilled, verbal, acute, articulated facts. Facts, brother, facts. No one's snapping, bro. No one feeling snappy. And just think it's funny. The words they used, I think is all I said. That's not snapping. You're snapping. Probably over me saying this shit to you and being right. So he's like, man, he's snapping over nothing. I just read and tell it. I couldn't care less. I like this banner. I agree with him. He says, and actually think it's really good. And I agree with him too. But it's truth that they probably put Shin and Roxy just to get people to spend before the one. Don't worry, we're going to get down here on straight ESO play after I show you how the indifferences we all share can still be there on the same notion of understanding. I said no one is snapping, I am stating opinions. I believe I noted opinions. I did note opinions above. Maybe we have Shin and Roxy because no one will care next Halloween because they have to reformat how to catch us up to JP, and no one cares for La Red Fat Ass King. Red Jericho is, well, she is late. And Easton, forgive us. We'll never use you now. You're late too. Should have gave us her with blue Valenti. I just put Vel for Valenti. But I bet, watch, right before Ask Melly, we'll get them plus more on a banner like this. No one is snapping. I'm trying to share insight is all. I could care less if you all summon or not. But like I was saying, we baited is Ask Melly all over again. Well, talk to later. Sorry if I ruffled feathers. And that's the God fucking honest truth. Facts. I'm gonna go offline because I don't want to fucking deal with that now. Those are fucking facts. Those are big facts. And to tell me that not facts is, well, I gave you the definition of fish after I already used the definition in proper context and spoke that to you. That wasn't good enough. Come on. That wasn't good enough. You know what I mean? I had to eat some more shit, I guess, for whatever reason. I didn't do nothing. That motherfucker, we'll leave names out. God forbid he watches this video. I don't know who he is, but he probably won't watch it. Maybe he will, I don't know. You know, he doesn't fucking realize it yet. But the words I used wasn't degrading him or us. It was the facts. Everyone's on science and facts. Joe Biden's our president. Eat the facts. Joe Biden said respect the science. Science is definition. Definition is factual. What do you want me to say? You want me to kiss your ass and say, oh, Oh, you didn't know the definition of bait. You want me to say, God forbid you're a grown man or woman, right? That's probably why you snap people feeling inadequate. My ass is like giving you feel a little less than you wanted to. And unfortunately, it wasn't my intention. It was just to help educate the facts, the real facts, which is we are not mated. In fact, as a member of 7DS and a high-ranking Knight member in the community of 7 Deadly Sins, it's my job to do my best to try and spit facts for the sake of the game. Facts. Channel 1 sucks. Facts. There were too many banners back to back. Had they extended the times, I'm going to say that. Had they extended the time, maybe pushed it out until 2:15 and gave us all those banners until 2:15, I would argue that would have been acceptable. And the reason it would have been acceptable is because we would have more time to accumulate cross with the full Meliodas release banner, followed up by the one, which would have made more sense on the 1-year anniversary. They wanted to give us Ass Melly because the one is, it's looking like the one is the better character. I kind of left the one surprise for me. I read his passive, but I didn't choose to memorize it. So when I got him, it was still exciting, so I didn't think of everything. I try not to watch everyone's videos too. I just read the Reddit and get ideas from A, B, and C involving that. Just watch them die. It's just funny. Shield up, and then I have Degeneration, block take that off, and then I have a high multiplier, infinite magic, lifesteal. Of course my gear's fucked and I'm trying to walk my ass home to Grotwood. Hold on. I am pretty sure if I go here, here, this is where I want to be. Tell me I have the Elden. Tell me I had it the whole time. I've just been fucking off. Look, I'm not degrading the person or anybody else. I'm just saying, like, think about the choice of words they're using. You're not baited. They're not fishing you out. They're not fishing your gems out. Your gems aren't responding without a human interaction. The human is not a fish. You have to look at it with perspective and say, well, I want it for this reason. Or maybe I'm lacking a freeze type character. You know what I mean? I want to make a 7DS video to help people out. One that makes sense. Talking about all this shit, in fact. Well, I got a phone call. It's Mel Niner, my wife. Hello, I'm on a live stream playing ESO. How may I help you?
Dragons in your own land.
Yeah, I was already going to say that. So, yes, I'm glad your brain is firing on all pistons. Exactly. I was going to say do it all tomorrow, but you'll at least get more empty bins here today.
Generally, Dog is a hero.
Okay, but I need you to also get... not just greenery, but... is there moon rocks? It's fine. You don't have to tell me. That's all that matters. What else needs to be done? Oh, you need to call and pay that payment to the bonds. Wait, you might have to do it with cash. All right. Well, when you get those bins, hopefully you can get them done. Bro, if you do one thing right, you come home with either smoothies when you come back with the toads, or come back with coffee and a really nice microwave right now. If your mom can, then I will tell you to get more than the microwave. You know, I want to see the microwave before, you know, obviously in a picture before you finalize anything, please. I'm just going to put you on speaker. Don't say anything on live stream that would hurt this beautiful stream. Wow, that sounds like some alien shit. Okay,
Sorry.
I'll just take you off the speaker. Never mind. Okay, yeah, those. I wanted to get ESO Plus. There's new content coming out later this year from the game, so I'm going to get everyone caught up to the next level. In fact, you know what? I'm just going to get off of this stream and then maybe make those transactions. Or you could just give me some cards while you're there. I don't have to mess with the card. True size. Oh. Any PS5s at Target? Oh. Okay. Yes, I'm going to start my next video with summoning on this game, I think, with gems, and then build another character is what I'm going to do. Because I'm on the phone, this stream's kind of fucked up, but at least it has some good context in the beginning. You hear that live stream? I'm going to have to go take care of this phone call with Malminer, then I'll jump back on after I figure out what she's doing, and then I will probably start the real ESO stream with Can they order one online right now and you'll buy it in full? Yeah, it's always sold out. Basically, if you want a PS5 now, you have to pay more than what they're worth with, okay? Or you have to or you're gonna have to wait. It's the only way. It is. I'm sure near the end of the first quarter, which is coming up, they'll probably crank out a lot more than what they have been, because people are probably just going to end up going to Xbox if they have to wait too long. All right, hold on, live stream. I'll